Right now, beneath all the loud internet hype, there's a massive, quiet shift happening in the corporate world. And honestly, it has absolutely nothing to do with the trending hustle culture videos you see every single day. We've got our hands on a fascinating IBM survey of 2,000 top CEOs from large, publicly traded companies. And the data shows a completely new corporate reality being written in real time. If you've been wondering how to actually capitalize on this AI revolution without, completely upending your entire career, you're in the exact right place. In this explainer, we're going to unpack this data and show you exactly what executives are desperately searching for right now.
Look, if you spend any time online today, it feels like there's really only one shiny path to success, right? Starting an AI automation agency. It's the dominant narrative everywhere. But the data shows us there's actually a much more realistic, totally data-backed path for the vast majority of professionals, and that is simply becoming an in-house AI leader. So this explainer is really for those of us who want to ride the AI wave, but maybe don't want to spend our days running cold sales calls or endlessly chasing down client leads.
Okay, let's dive into this. Here's our roadmap for unpacking this executive-level briefing today. We'll hit the hidden AI opportunity, the evolution of the CIO, the great AI adoption gap, the agency versus internal promotion routes, why your domain expertise is going to win, and finally, how to become your AI native self. Let's get right to it. Section 1, the hidden AI opportunity and the evolution of the CAIO. I want to start by hitting you with a wild statistic from that IBM study that should completely reframe how you look at the corporate ladder right now. 76% of those 2,000 CEOs surveyed either already have a chief AI officer, a CAIO, or they're actively hiring one this year. Just 2 years ago, in 2024, that number was sitting at only 26%. We are witnessing the unprecedented creation of an entirely new executive seat. Let's move to and see how this builds historically, because context is everything here. Think about the Chief Information Security Officer, or CISO. Back in 1980, cyber threats basically didn't exist for most businesses. When the internet really hit, it took about 15 long years for the CISO role to become a standard fixture across major companies as they realized, oh, wow, we need someone to handle this massive new problem. But AI? It wasn't even a serious business priority 5 years ago. Yet, the CIAO role jumped from 26% to 76% adoption in just 24 months. 24 months! Executives are feeling immense pressure from their boards and on earnings calls, and they're moving faster than we've literally ever seen before. Section 2, the great AI adoption gap. Because here's the true opportunity for you. The C-suite is rapidly expanding to include AI leadership, sure, but there's a massive bottleneck down on the ground floor. It's a dilemma that's causing absolute panic in the C-suite, and it is precisely where you can step in. And this brilliantly illustrates the issue. 86% of employees actually have the skills to use AI right now, or they could pick them up super easily. But look at the incredible disconnect here. Only 25% of employees are actively using these tools in their daily work. Think about what that means if you're an executive trying to evaluate talent. You've got capable people, but you're completely lacking the execution. 61. That leaves us with a staggering 61-point adoption gap. This is the bottleneck. The problem isn't that companies don't have capable people. The problem is that nobody is building the bridge. Nobody is connecting those existing latent skills to the actual daily workflows that are going to save a company 40 hours a week. And look, change management is brutal. Rebuilding legacy procedures, it's painful. But whoever can step up and close this 61-point gap, whoever can build that bridge, is exactly who CEOs are happily paying top dollar for right now. Section 3, agency versus internal promotion. So how do you strategically capitalize on this? How do you position yourself to be the exact person who closes that gap? Especially if, the idea of endless entrepreneurial hustle just isn't your dream. Let's break down Path A and Path B. Path A is the external agency route. It's super visible online. You start an AI consulting firm, you chase leads, sell your services, and get ready to hear no 50 times before you ever get a single yes. Now, if you love the hustle and you love sales, hey, this is a great path. But if you absolutely despise running sales calls, you need to seriously consider Path B. Path B is the internal promotion. You already have a job. You just quietly become the most AI-fluent person in the building. You start showing up to meetings with workflows that literally save your team hours of grunt work. When the company inevitably needs to fill an AI leadership seat, you're the obvious, undeniable choice. Now, if you think Path B sounds a little unlikely, consider the data from a separate IBM study of 600 chief AI officers. 57% of them were promoted from within, more than half. They weren't these hotshot external hires brought in to save the day. They were just normal, internal employees who simply started doing the work, closing that adoption gap well before the formal title even existed. And because this role is quite literally being invented in real time, there's no set playbook. Reporting structures across these major companies are incredibly scattered right now. You've got 40% of CIOs reporting to the CEO, 24% to the CIO, and 36% to other roles like the CTO or COO. It sounds kind of chaotic, I know, but this is incredibly good news for you. It means if you step up and act as the AI leader in your department today, there's no rigid corporate template to compare you to. You basically get to write your own playbook and define what success looks like. Section 4, Why Domain Expertise Wins. Now, you might be thinking, look, I don't want to be in the C-suite. That sounds exhausting. And that is perfectly fine. You don't actually need a chief AI officer title to win this game. Your current specific domain expertise is actually your secret weapon. We are seeing a profound, fundamental shift in management. 85% of CEOs say that every single functional leader, whether you're in marketing, finance, sales, HR, whatever, you must become a tech expert. Furthermore, 77% say that talent leadership and tech leadership are rapidly converging. Actually, scratch that. They're not just converging, they're merging into a single mandatory job requirement. The soft skill of managing people and the hard skill of utilizing technology are becoming one and the same. You won't just be the head of marketing anymore. You're going to be the AI fluent head of marketing. Now, what's really interesting about this slide is the internet marketer effect. Think back. Remember when internet marketer or digital consultant were super specialized job titles? Today, if you walked around calling yourself an internet marketer, people would look at you funny. It's just called marketing now. The internet seeped into absolutely everything. Well, the exact same thing is going to happen with AI. The qualifier AI will eventually just vanish. An AI consultant will just be a consultant. AI fluency isn't going to be this cute niche specialty for much longer. It's going to be the mandatory baseline for everyone. And if you work in a highly regulated industry like healthcare, finance, or defense, you might be sitting there thinking, oh, AI doesn't apply to me because of all our compliance rules. But actually, it applies to you way more. Domain knowledge plus AI fluency equals the rarest hire in the world. Think about it. Anyone can learn how to use an AI tool, but an outsider has zero idea how to navigate your specific industry's complex regulations. If you can combine your existing deep industry knowledge with AI skills, you become entirely irreplaceable. Section 5, Becoming your AI native self. Let's make this super practical. How do you actually start walking path B today without needing to go get permission from your boss or waiting around for some massive, clunky corporate rollout? Here is the exact 4-step playbook to quietly become the AI expert in your organization. Step 1, pick a single workflow that you already do, just one. Step 2, build the AI or automated version of it, but, and this is crucial, use dummy data so you aren't risking any sensitive company info. Step 3, meticulously document the hours and the resources you just saved. And step 4, just casually share the results with your team. Say, hey, look what I built over the weekend. Plant those seeds, so when management finally scrambles and says, uh-oh, we need an AI strategy, your name is instantly the first one they think of. So, the crucial point is this. You do not need to change your role. You just need to change which version of your role you are. Don't try to force yourself to build finance automations if you're a marketer at heart. Play to your strengths. Imposter syndrome usually just comes from trying to be someone else. Take what you already love, what you're already really good at, and simply build the AI native version of it. I want to leave you with this incredibly powerful quote directly from the IBM report. Today, AI augments people. By 2030, people will augment AI. The biggest shift will not be structural, it will be cultural. Think about that for a second. We are looking at a complete, literal inversion of the human-to-machine relationship in the workplace. The tools themselves are just downstream of the cultural shift. The real change is how you choose to approach your daily work. We've seen the data, we understand the executive panic over this massive adoption gap, and we know that internal promotion through your own domain expertise is an incredibly realistic path to long-term success. So the only question left for you to answer today is this. Which workflow will you automate first? Start small, use dummy data if you need to, and begin building that bridge. Thanks for joining me on this explainer, and I absolutely can't wait to see what you build.